Initially, when I was younger, I wanted to be a veterinarian, and when I went into undergrad, I actually was studying animal science and was planning on doing exotics or working with like companion animal vets. And once I did volunteer work and realized that that wasn't what I wanted to do, because it's mostly about training owners how to take better care of their animals. Once I realized I wasn't actually going to be doing like hands-on work as much, I ended up gravitating towards biology. And my first advisor was teaching us ecology through teaching us about freshwater invertebrates, and I ended up getting into that research and going to Canada with her for field work. And once I realized that I'm still working with like predators, which is what I wanted to work with, just on a smaller scale in like freshwater environments, then I just started gravitating towards dragonfly research, predator-prey dynamics, behavior, and all of that. I like that I get to be out in nature more. I grew up in the city or small towns, and we aren't as much in nature except to like hike and things. So it was really nice to be able to see the biodiversity that was in all the communities I visited, and to be able to like teach people who were native to those areas like what actually exists around them that they might not notice because they're just not looking close enough. Originally I'm from Dublin, California, so the Bay Area in California. They're confused usually. They're like, why? And they have a lot of questions about dragonflies and where they come from. I hear a lot of like, not stereotypes, but I guess wives' tales about dragonflies. Like there are some people who think that they like sew up mouths, that they can sting people and things like that. So it's nice to dispel those myths and also teach people like their life cycles, that they have both aquatic and aerial terrestrial life cycles, that they are good indicators of quality habitats and fresh water, and that they're also suppressants and predators of mosquitoes and other prey animals. So it's really nice to be able to teach people like why dragonflies are valuable to us and why we should like intrinsically care for them. I think it's very important because if you had told me when I was growing up that I was going to be working with insects, I wouldn't have believed it, because I was terrified of like most animals until like I was 10 or so. And the only ones that I was really interested in were like mammals, fish, like things that you can see on a regular basis that aren't like creepy crawlies, have tons of legs. And as I started to do field work, I realized that like, oh, like bugs are just like any other animal. They're just smaller and we don't see their habitats as much. And I appreciate being able to gain that insight through all the field work that I do. And it's also nice to be able to set an example for other people who are probably more interested in these things but wouldn't necessarily gravitate towards them just because they're not what like people of color do. Like we had Halsey Fest, which is basically introducing the community to the work that Fire Department does. And it was really great to be able to hold cockroaches and show them to children who otherwise may grow up not realizing that they don't really have to be as afraid of insects and things like that. So it's nice to be able to like help kids realize that animals are just like animals. They're not trying to get us. They're important for the environment, and hopefully inspire some kids to go into entomology or unusual fields for people in their cultures.